Hi everybody, I wanted to do a deep dive into clean URLs. In week 7, I showed you how to update clean URLs on your Opencart installations. Now if you didn't use Opencart, let's say you used WooCommerce, they have their own method of using clean URLs. And if you followed my direction when I was talking about what to do if you didn't want Opencart and you just wanted to create a static cart, this would be an opportunity for you for clean URLs. So in that case, I expect you to, if you need help, get in touch with me. No one's called me yet, but I do want to get into a closer, more deep dive of what clean URLs mean. So let's say I had a shopping cart. And let's say right now we're on this web address, mm214.com/clean URLs, and I just did index.php. Like that. And you can see I don't have any product. But then I add the query string, and I do PID equals 1. Well, what's happening is, in this case, we're using the get method to get PID equals 1. The same holds true for when we use Opencart. When we look at the query string, we see the values of what are coming in. So if I go to my good old Opencart install on mm214.com, and I just click on a product real quick or something like this, a featured MacBook. And in this case, you see I have camera, upload camera. Okay. Now, this would be the same as saying in my Htaccess that product ID equals 15 or whatever it is. So these are the clean URLs on my install, but when we have just a regular static cart, even a custom cart, we need to make this clean. So how do we do that? Well, inside your folder for the shopping cart, whatever it is, and I'll go ahead and log in right now, what we need to do, and I'm going to click on Site Manager, Connect, and I'm going to go right to public_HTML/clean URLs. And right here, this is our Htaccess file. And I'm just going to go in here and write. You see it says rewrite engine on. That tells me that we can rewrite the URLs, the web addresses, using something called mod rewrite. Now, Htaccess is not PHP. It's software built into Apache, which runs the server. It's a way we can send directives to the server. So you see this dot right here? It says .htaccess. Well, I sort of described what it was last week, but I want to go really simple in this case. What I'm saying right now is that when we have a rewrite rule that begins, that's what the caret is. It means the string has to begin with this S, and it has to end with an S. The $ means ending. So what it means is that rewrite rule shoes this, when this rule is in the URL window, we're going to load this page. And Htaccess doesn't know what this is. It's just going to load that page. So let's play with this a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and write shoes here. And you see it's the same. You see how it says shoes equals shirts here. I'm going to look at my PHP real quick. And let me make sure that I'm going to close this copy. I'm going to close the error log. We'll go ahead and pull out the PID. Actually, I'm going to pull this off the server. And we'll reload that. And I'm going to open up index.php. And so you said this is where we show shirt. Now, if you look, this really should be PID1. Rewrite shoes should be index.php PID1. So now I'm going to go ahead and re-upload it. And we're going to do shoes. And now you see it's shoes. Okay. So what we want to do is maybe we want a closing slash here. If I do a closing slash, I get a not found page. So to get a closing slash on there, all we would have to do is do this. Okay, and then upload it. And then if I did this, it would be shoes. So you can put anything you like here as long as it is what you want. So I could do something like crazy awesome shoes. And that would have to be what's in the URL window. Okay, so you got to watch the dashes too, because that's punctuation. But we're going to do this right now. We're going to take crazy awesome shoes with a closing brace, like this. Crazy awesome shoes, and I get crazy awesome shoes. Okay? So the idea is you do keyword searching on Google and you see what terms you come up with high and choose. Now obviously with shoes there would be some competition. So I might put Chris shoes or something like that. Something that would tell Google exactly what I'm selling. It's very common to see this trailing slash, by the way, but you could do categories. You could do men's plus shoes. Notice the plus, and then shoes right here. Or we could do caps, it doesn't really matter, but now when I do this, now I have clean URLs, and I'm not just passing PID equals, here we go, shoes. Oops, didn't work. That's because of the plus sign, I think. I think the plus is what's throwing it off. So you could do a dash again with that. So you got to be real cautious with how it changes the values of Htaccess, how Htaccess will change values when they're punctuation. So what I need to do is make sure I upload. I don't think I uploaded it the first time. That's why it broke. But there we go. So now I have men's shoes. I have it categorized with men's shoes. Okay? So let's do the others. I've got get PID, which comes from the URL window. If PID is 1, we got shoes. So if PID is 2, this is where we'd show shirts. So maybe I do a rewrite rule like this, where we just replace this, and this is 2, and I do men's shirts, and something like shirts, and I do something like dress shirts, something like that. Okay, so let's take that, we'll upload it, and I don't think that's a dress shirt, I think it was a good old t-shirt, but either way we can just practice with this and make sure that what we see is what we intend to see. And there's shirts. Not really a dress shirt, but at the end of this, when you go to PID equals 3, this would be hats. So I'm going to change this to t-shirts or short sleeve shirts, something like that. And then I can do another one. So these would be, the next things would be hats. So we do rewrite rule. So you write a rewrite rule for every link. And what's happening with WooCommerce is if you have a plugin called Yoast, it'll write it for you. But if you in Opencart, that's exactly what's happening, is that PHP is writing this file. It's creating this file and writing it. So I could do something like this, men's hats. Oops. One of the other things you need to do is, we'll call this fedoras. But one of the things you need to do is make sure that in Opencart, you write the URL keyword that you want written. So let's go ahead and hit this and this, and now we can do men's hats / fedoras like that. And I think I did PID 2 for that, so let's go ahead and do 3. And it's not uncommon to have, if you have 1,000 products, having that entire line, having that entire Htaccess script could be 1,000 lines long. You see I only have 4 things here. But that's exactly what's happening with these clean URLs. And it will help you with search engine optimization. So this is targeted toward the students out there who maybe aren't using Opencart. You would just write these as you wish, based on your own research. But it's a very important part of e-commerce. Okay? Any questions? Don't hesitate to ask.